What the heck is going on, people? My name is WladimirGLITCHko, and today I'm gonna bring you a free-for-all on the map Firing Range, but I won't talk about the gameplay this time. The gameplay is not too bad, but yeah, don't want to talk about it, because this time I have a topic that I want to talk about, and it's something kind of personal, but it's not too personal, to be perfectly honest. But you know, I'm gonna make this a kind of story time or something like that. That sounded really strange, but who cares? So in this video I want to talk about my gaming history, or how I got into gaming, you know, when I was a little bit like younger. But yeah, so I'm gonna start, like, I'm gonna make a kind of list with all of the consoles I played or I had. And yeah, so I think it all started with Game Boy Advance when I was like 4 or 5 or something, and I really wanted to have the Game Boy Advance, and I think I got it for my first day in school or something. That was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that when I was a kid. And yeah, so the Game Boy Advance, and I think I played a lot of Mario on it. And now, like, that's a really strange thing, I didn't play Pokemon on the Game Boy. I don't know why I didn't play Pokemon, but somehow I just didn't like it at the time. I don't know what was wrong with me. I guess I never tried it. A lot of my friends had it, but I was like, nah, that game looks boring, and I don't like roleplay games. This is too boring for me. And somehow I missed Pokemon. That's kind of bad thing, but I can't do anything about it now. But yeah, so like I said, played a lot of Mario on it, and a lot of Yoshi, I think. That's one of the games I remember. It was a kind of Mario and Yoshi game. I don't know the exact name of it, but I played that a lot. And I think after that, because of my eyes were always kind of exhausted after I played a lot of Game Boy Advance, I decided to buy or I wanted to have the Game Boy Advance SP, and that one had like background lights on the screen, so the screen wasn't too dark when you were in the sun, or there was light in the room, so you could play with a little bit light around you. I don't know how exactly it was. It's a long time ago, but yeah. I wanted to have the Game Boy Advance SP because it has background lights on the display, and I think I got that. And I think after that I really wanted to have a console. I don't know why, but I felt like playing on the TV would be great, and yeah, I just wanted to have a GameCube at first. And you know, I was just always I was looking for a Nintendo GameCube, but I really wanted to have the game Mario Tennis on it. I don't know why, but I really wanted to have Mario Tennis. It looked so cool at the time, and I really wanted to have that game. But the problem is, you know, I always went to City, and I really looked for like a GameCube bundle with Mario Tennis, but somehow I could never find a single bundle with Mario Tennis. There was always like the GameCube with FIFA or something. I don't know which FIFA it was. It was like FIFA. I really don't know which FIFA it was. Yeah, so I really don't want to buy a GameCube with the game I didn't want, so I always looked for the bundle. But at the time, a lot of like gaming magazines and test magazines reviewed all of the consoles, like the Xbox, the PS2, and the GameCube. Sorry for that. And a lot of magazines just said that the Xbox would be the best console, and I think it was the best console at the time. It depends which game you play, but I guess that the Xbox, from the stats and from the hardware, it was the best console. And I decided to buy the Xbox. Didn't want to have the GameCube anymore. I decided to buy the Xbox because it was the best console, and I got the Xbox, and I think I liked it pretty much. I think I had and look at that, I was on a 29 kill streak, and I failed terribly. I don't know what was going on. I think I was raging a lot when I got that kill. I mean, when I got that death, but whatever. So, where was I? Yeah, I got the Xbox, and I got Need for Speed Underground 2 for it, and that was pretty cool. I think I bought the Xbox used with a lot of games, but I can't remember most of those games. But yeah, I played Need for Speed for the most time, and I found it pretty okay. The controller was really big for me at the time, because I was used to holding a Game Boy in my hands, and now I had a freaking controller with a cable, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, and I remember one more game that I played a lot on the Xbox. I think that was Pro Evolution Soccer. I don't know which one, but it was a Pro Evolution Soccer. I liked that one. That's kind of strange. I didn't buy the GameCube because I only would have been able to buy it with a FIFA bundle, and suddenly I was playing a lot of Pro Evolution Soccer on the Xbox, so that's kind of strange if I think about it now, but yeah, so I got the final kill. I'm gonna add on one more gameplay, I think, because I need more time to tell my story time, but I don't know why I keep making this sound, but whatever. So I got my Xbox, and I think after that I really wanted to have a Wii. I know that's strange, changing up from the Xbox to the Wii. Most of you, I think, bought the Xbox 360 at that point, but I wanted to have the Wii so bad, and it was sold out everywhere, in every store in frickin' Germany, because I'm from Germany. So it was sold out everywhere, and I think I got it from eBay somewhere. I'm not quite sure where it was, but I don't know where it was, but I got it somewhere from eBay, and I was so happy, and I played like Wii Sports, but the Wii got boring really quick. I don't know why it got boring so quick, but I always look for games to buy. And by the way, this is a MW3 gameplay. I know that MW3, you know, some of you hate it, some of you like it, but I guess it's okay to watch. It's an arcade gameplay. I think the end score is something like 30-6, so it's not as good as the first game, but I failed at the end of the first game too. But I think this game is at 30-6, and I'm gonna get the Reaper like in the middle of the game, and the Reaper is going to fail terribly. But whatever. So where was I? Yeah, I was at the Wii. And I think the Wii, you know, I always looked for games to buy, and the problem was there weren't any good games. Like, I think I had Need for Speed Most Wanted for it, and it was just horrible. You couldn't drive at all. The controls were horrible. It was a bad experience, that game. I didn't like that game, because you always crashed into a wall. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong with the controller. Maybe I meant to hold it a little bit different. Maybe a little differently, but I don't know what I did wrong at the time. And yeah, so that's that. Yeah, I think that's that. I think a little later I was so bored of the Wii that I just felt like, well, it's still like 200 bucks, 250 bucks that I could get if I sell it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it. And I really wanted to have my first laptop at the time, and I think there was something really that was a pretty good decision. So I sold my Wii for a MacBook. I think it was the white MacBook. I know that the MacBook's not a kind of gaming console, but it's kind of related to the Nintendo Wii, because yeah, the Wii I sold it for the MacBook. And yeah, so I got the MacBook. I was pretty happy with it, but I won't talk about laptops right now. So yeah, after I had the MacBook for a time, I think I got the PS3. Yeah, I got the PS3, and at the time I was like really a PS3 fanboy. You have to believe me, like I was so bad. I really thought that the Xbox, everyone that bought an Xbox was a fool or something. I don't know why I thought that at the time, but I was a real PS3 fanboy. I still have my PS3, but I think that is mostly because some of the PS3 exclusive games that I don't want to miss. For example, I'm a big Uncharted fan. I think I have the Uncharted profile picture at the moment on my YouTube channel. So I'm a real Uncharted fan, but I think I never made videos for it. I think I made one video in the Uncharted 3 beta, but whatever. So yeah, I bought the PS3, and that's a funny story. Actually, I think at one point I was like in a PS3 forum, and it was like on the web page, and I just opened up a new thread, and it was a PS3 forum, so it was like a PlayStation site, and I was going like with some of the I was like doing some maths. Like I was like comparing the PS3 to the Xbox, and at the time a lot of people were saying, well, I'm gonna buy the Xbox because the PS3 is just too expensive. And I was like, nope. Like a nerd, I was like adding all of the I was like comparing the PS3 to the Xbox, and on the one side I had like the PS3. I think at the time it was like 400 euros. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think it was 400. And then I just on the other side I had like the Xbox, and I added all of the all of the accessories you could have for the Xbox, like all of the little add-ons. For example, the HD DVD player, which I think nobody of you bought that one because it's an epic fail. If some of you bought that, please write that down in the comments. That would be just so epic to hear. Some of you guys, they're pretty angry about buying that, because I think at the time, I think I'm ranting too much. So I was comparing the PS3 to the Xbox, and I was like going with my addings. I was like, the Xbox is more expensive than the Xbox. Wait. Yeah, the Xbox is more expensive than the PS3. Oh my gosh, I think I'm talking for too long. But whatever. So I was like, the PS3 is not more expensive than the Xbox, because if you buy the HD DVD player for it, it's just more expensive. And I was like saying a lot of things that you could buy for the Xbox and none of those for the PS3, so it's kind of bad math, because you have to buy the headset for the PS3 and stuff like that. I didn't say that, but I was like going on everybody that's talking pro Xbox, kind of. I was going I was talking bad about these people. I was like, what you doing in the PS3 forum and stuff like that. I was a real like PS3 fanboy, but yeah, that's that. I think I had the PS3 for I don't know for how long, but I had it for a pretty long time. And then I got into Burnout Paradise. I think Burnout Paradise was like the first game that I that I played online, and I really liked that game. I don't know why, but for me it's still one of the best video games of all time. I think it was the first game that really, like, on the console, of course, because there were like games on the PC that did that pretty well, but I see that the gameplay is over. I'm gonna add another one. I think it's going to be a Black Ops free-for-all on launch with the MP5. I think it was the first game on my WladimirGLITCHko PS3 account, so I guess that it's a pretty okay gameplay. So yeah. Yeah, what was I saying? I said that the Burnout Paradise, it was, by the way, it's a racing game for some of you that might not know it, and I think it was really for me at least, it was the first game that, kind of made the people communicate in the game, because you had to do like challenges. For example, you have to meet at a certain location on the map, because it's an open world race game. For example, you have to do certain quests, and for a racing game that was something completely new. And I liked it. It was a really good game. I played it a lot. For the guys of you that know the game, I do have the P12 diamond, and I think you get it if you do all of these 500 challenges. I think you have to do 500 challenges, total. So I did all of these, and I think the problem with these challenges were they weren't too difficult, but the problem was you had to be like a certain number of people. For example, some of the challenges you were only able to do those if you were like in an 8-player party. So yeah, you have to send friend requests to people, and I still have some good mates from that time that I just send a friend request to, or they sent me a friend request. So it's really awesome to meet new people, I guess. So that's something pretty cool. And yeah, so that's Burnout Paradise. And I think after that, I don't know how long after that was, but I think like 1 year after that, I started realizing that there was Call of Duty. I don't know why, but I never like saw someone playing it, or I don't know why, but I don't know, I saw people playing Call of Duty 4, and I think some of my friends on my friends list had the game, and I was looking for it, and I saw that there was a shooting game, and I was like, shooting games, that's not my type of game, because I wasn't that old at the time. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick to Burnout Paradise, and I really like Burnout Paradise still. So that was a bad death. I just had to comment on that, but yeah, I was like, yeah, shooting game's not that great, and then MW2, Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I saw a review, if you can call it that, at a German game show, and the review was basically like, not a review, because they were talking about the, you know, the shooting scene on the Russian airport, the airport, the Makarov shooting scene, and they were saying that, you know, it's really a shock for them that they put that in the game, because some of the events that were happening before that and some of the events that happened after that, you know, you could see that some of the people going around in schools and shooting, you know, they were saying that, you know, it's a pretty bad thing to do for a video game, to put the like a mission in the game where you have to kill civilians. I mean, you know, that's I agree with that, but I think for some of the people that was a reason to buy the game, to buy MW2. I know that's strange, but it's true. Trust me, it's true. Not for me personally, but I think that's how I got in touch with Call of Duty. And at first I was like, I'm never gonna buy this freaking game. You know, I was like, that's just too shocking, and you know, it's wrong. It's just wrong. Trust me, I thought that way at the time. And after a while, a lot of friends told me that the game was okay, you know, it's not too bad, and it's really, it has a really great multiplayer. And I was like, well, I have to test it. And I was going to the, you know, video game rent store or DVD rent store, and they're, you know, renting DVDs also. So I just went there and rented MW2 for like 1 or 2 days, and I was playing it, and I was like, how the hell are they managing to make the game so fluent? It was just, you know, if you compare Call of Duty on console to Battlefield on console, you know, there's a big difference, and it's running so much more like fluent. Yeah, you just have a lot more controls of your character. It's just a fact. You know, it runs at 60 frames per second, and I don't know, I think that's the reason why it's a little bit better on console than Battlefield is on console. But I'm drifting away from the actual topics. So I was talking about how I got into Call of Duty, and yeah, like I said, I rented the game and I liked it, and after a while I just bought it, and all of that is on the PS3, and yeah, I liked it, and I think I got to level 70, got my AK, was really proud about that, and after that I started to make YouTube videos. I had like a little Casio, almost HD quality camera at the time that I pointed on my TV, and I just recorded random gameplay, and I didn't know what to do with the video, so I just you know, just cut the kills together and made like a montage out of it. It's really bad, trust me, it is really bad, but I don't know, it's just what I did at the time, and it was copyrighted music, by the way, so if you can't watch it, it's not my fault. But it's still on my channel, by the way. I think that was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So yeah, that's when I started doing videos, and yeah, I think I got my first collateral when I was recording, so but I didn't realize that at first, but when I rewatched the video I was like, what the heck, I got the collateral challenge and I didn't even notice it, because yeah, just got a collateral in free-for-all. I know that this commentary is a little bit nerdy and stuff, just have to mention that again, but whatever. So yeah, that's that, did my first videos, and yeah, after a while I thought about getting an Xbox, and I know that's kind of strange because the big PS3 fanboy thought about getting an Xbox, and I think that was because I saw a lot of people on YouTube, you know, playing on Xbox, and some of my friends had an Xbox, and I thought about, why not, you know? I thought about it, and I thought that it wasn't too expensive, and I just went and bought it, and yeah, I got it. I think I got it with Halo Reach, and I thought that, you know, I could have the PS3 exclusives and the Xbox exclusives, and I could play all of these games. So yeah, just bought it. And I think the first game that I actually bought, you know, except of Halo Reach for the Xbox, I think it was Geometry Wars, and I really liked that game. And by the way, I played that game like last week, and I'm gonna upload some high scores. You know, it's not like something really amazing, but it's a decent score, and yeah, I'm gonna upload that Geometry Wars gameplay next week, and I'm not sure exactly when, but I think pretty soon. And yeah, I think the funny thing is about the Xbox that I did buy the Xbox exactly 1 month before the PSN blackout came, so I was able to play, you know, online on the Xbox when all of my PS3 friends weren't able to do that, so that was actually quite funny. But I think that's nearly everything. I think I'm at the end of my video game history or something, of my story time, whatever. So that's that. I'm out. Peace.